Yeah, my name is Paul Meadows. I'm the president and founder of Integrated Technology Group. We are about a 30 employee IT managed service provider located just outside of Lynchburg, Virginia. For us, I think one of the biggest benefits that helped us to choose Vision Spark to start with was the obvious knowledge that Vision Spark had of what an EOS run company looks like. Their, internal knowledge of EOS was very important to us because as an EOS run company, we, feel very strongly that we needed, not only the person that we were going to recruit to be, very ingrained in EOS, but the recruiter themselves, to know exactly what we were looking for. That was the biggest benefit that, really persuaded us to work with Vision Spark. Now, I would tell you that what we didn't know before the relationship started, that was a pleasant surprise, was just the level of thoroughness. The fact that, it really felt like, a good professional hand-holding, process of finding just the right person. And with this being such a critical hire for us, that was really important. We just felt like Vision Spark really cared about our needs throughout the entire process. And even after we made the hire, there was some follow-up after the hire that meant a lot to us too. It made us feel like, okay, this is another company who really cares about our success, not just, getting through a positive transaction and then being done. The thoroughness in which they interviewed all of our leadership team to get insight from our entire leadership team as to who we were ideally trying to identify and recruit, to create that profile. Everyone got to weigh in on that. And so everyone felt like they had some ownership in the process, which was really good because, this was a hire that essentially is going to manage the entire company. For my entire leadership team to have some involvement in that process was great. I also really appreciated the profile tests, the test, and I apologize, I forget the name of it, but I thought it was really neat when we walked through the process of, how candidates match, my profile as a visionary in order to find that perfect complement. I think that's so important in an EOS run company for, a visionary and an integrator, not necessarily to be alike, but to be complementary. And so, there was a lot of science that went into, that part of the process too, and I appreciated that. We weighed out our options amongst three or four different recruiting firms. And I think what ultimately, helped us to sort of get over the hump of making a decision on such a large financial commitment was just some of the guarantees that you all provide. That was something that we didn't see amongst any of your competitors. Sometimes there was a guarantee, but it was a little flimsy or weak in comparison. So, that was I think that was the thing that really helped us to say, okay, we're going to make a pretty large financial commitment to do this, large relative to a company our size, but at the same time, we feel confident based on this guarantee that we're going to get what we need. And if we get what we need, then what we spend, to get that is, money well spent. Yeah, for us, I think if we were hiring for any director level position or above, seeking to make an external hire, then I think Vision Spark's offering makes perfect sense. Because usually, at that director level and above, those are really critical parts of your organization. And so, in our normal processes, we might get, even if we're very thorough, we might get 4 or 5 hours to vet a candidate and figure out if they're not only, experientially and educationally qualified to do the job, but more importantly, are they a good fit for our organization? And so the amount of focus that Vision Spark spends on fit, I think is super important. And we know that that's much more critical when you get to those director level positions and above. 10 out of 10. I don't give tens often. My team, they kind of give me a hard time because even in the best meetings, I'll rate it as a nine because 10 is perfect, and that's almost unrealistic. But our experience with Vision Spark was as close to 10 out of 10 as I've seen. And that's why I'm a big fan of what you all do. Just the amount of care and the amount of thought that went into taking care of our need and making sure we were successful, was super. It's not something we see every day in the marketplace.